Hey there guys, and welcome back to Hursty Games, and welcome to another sort of like tips and tutorial video, I guess a little bit, and that's only from my very brief experience so far of FIFA 18, but today I'm looking and explaining and talking about shooting. So, shooting this year, I'm going to be honest, in places it is very, very similar to last year. I can't say that there's too many differences, but there's a few sort of distinct things that I find just a little bit more effective, maybe a little bit less effective than last year. But the first thing I'm going to talk about is one thing that I think was quite overpowered and quite overused last year, and that is the cross goal driven shot. So that's obviously when you're, say, running down the right hand side and you shoot across to the left hand side of the goal. I'm finding very early on in the demo so far that this is a very, very effective way of shooting, and I think you're going to get some good goals from it. So I mean, I've got some, as you can see, some things playing in the background here. I've got it in front of me as well. I had a nice mix up with some different teams, and I tried to use everyone, but goals like this where you're coming in from one side and shooting across to the other, you don't always have to finesse it, but sometimes that can help. But it's very, very powerful and a very, very good way of getting goals. And again, this year, counter-attacking football is very, very strong. It's not difficult to see that in real life football at the moment, counter-attacking is very much a viable option and what a lot of teams are running. I mean, Leicester City won the league doing a lot of counter-attacking football. Crosses are still very viable though. This one sadly doesn't go in, but it just shows that crosses actually this year, you can win the ball, you can actually make good crosses and get them into good areas, and the keeper's not necessarily going to come out and grab it every single time. But I have really enjoyed using wingers. I think this year wingers are very, very good. With a lot of these games I am playing on professional, so the defence isn't quite always up to standard, as you can see there. Douglas Costa had as much space as he wanted to, so I think in future ones I will keep it to at least world class. But I went on professional just to make sure I could get a lot of shots off, and like I said, I was using a nice variety of teams, so it's players that I haven't maybe used yet. So I actually used Toronto, and you'll see near the end of the video, it's one of the last teams I use. Giovinco is really, really good. I loved using Giovinco. His card, I haven't looked at the stats, but his card I think in Ultimate Team is going to be very, very good. You might have to do a bit of work linking it to some other leagues unless you want to go for a full MLS team, but otherwise very, very much enjoying using Giovinco. But another team, and I mentioned this in the crossing tutorial, which of course if you missed, jump onto my channel and you'll be able to find that on the playlists. But Man City, I'm having a lot of fun using. Sane, I think, is absolutely incredible. I'm really, really liking his card. I'm really liking his stats as well at the moment. And also Sterling on the other side. Now, I didn't include those in my teams that I'm going to try and make maybe for the start of FIFA, because I think they're going to be a little bit expensive. But I think Sonny and Sterling are definitely players to look out for if you're looking to make an English, German, or a BPL team. That one there, another example of the low cross. It would have been great if that had gone in, but I wanted to include it because it was a perfect example of how that low cross can be really effective. And this here is another example of a cross giving Sane all the space in the world, and he gets to finesse it across that goal, and it is another goal. So hopefully, in looking at these, you're finding techniques that might work for you. I guess I haven't talked too much necessarily about things apart from the cross goal shot. I'm more talking about the goals and things that are actually happening in front of me. But I think if you watch this back and if you just look through some of the shots, I've tried to include the shots that I think are most viable and most powerful. But I've also tried to include quite a lot of build-up, because I find this year my build-up is very, very different to how I've been doing build-up for 17. And a goal like this last year wouldn't have happened. Like, yes, you get keepers come out and miss the ball, but I find in those situations, normally if I'm the one shooting anyway, the defender's got that any day of the week. So it's really, really nice to see that actually your striker can win the ball in the air if it's a big player. Like Yaya Toure is a big guy, and he should be winning headers. And then on the cross side, you've got Griezmann, who's nice and quick, and again, that cross goal. I don't think it's the keepers aren't good this year, because the keepers are making great saves. That there, by the way, from Saul was a fantastic little like dummy to just get past the defender. But again, professional, so maybe that was a bit of a help there. But I think honestly this year the goals are there. Like shooting feels good. It feels strong. It feels a bit like, I think it was FIFA 14, where they felt powered. Like it felt like you didn't just have to do one type of shot. You could actually mix it up and try different types of shots and still get goals. Now, like the last goal in this is one of my favourites, so that'll rock round at the end and you'll see that in the background. But guys, I want to say thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for checking out the goals. Thank you for checking out my channel. It means a lot, and hopefully, as I say in other things, even if I help one person, then to me, I feel like I've done a good job. But thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys very soon. Enjoy the last little bits of the video, and I will hopefully It's probably going to be Monday that I see you guys. There won't be an upload for tomorrow, but I'll see you guys all very, very soon. Look after yourselves.